First of all, thank you for watching. My last two videos far exceeded what I thought that they would. I just kind of started this channel on a bit of a whim, but it seems that I've touched on a hot topic. And so thank you for those of you who watched and commented. Over 500 comments. So honestly, kind of blew me away. Lots of fun interacting with you guys. And so I'm glad to be bringing you some content that is of use. Also, thank you to everyone throwing shade and all the haters out there. Appreciate you too, because it all helps with the algorithm to push the videos out to other people. So thank you for what you do. Hey, listen, today's video is going to be a little bit shorter because I'm not doing a demo on anything. And again, just to reiterate, this channel's not about Suno. I have no affiliation with Suno whatsoever. I don't get paid by them. I'm not endorsed by them. I just happen to use their product. I think it's fascinating. So I'm kind of just exploring it myself and giving you my thoughts and feedback. And so that's really all there is to it in terms of my devotion or my affiliation with Suno. But we are going to get into some more demos, some more tutorials on that. Today, what I wanted to talk about, ironically, is also about Suno. Some of you who have been maybe following more the legal side of what's going on with AI and music, you'd know about Suno and the lawsuit. They were being sued by Warner Music Group. So everyone was kind of keeping a close eye on that. How is this going to go down? Well, the big thing that happened this week, the lawsuit's been dropped, and basically they have come out with a press release saying that they are partnering with Suno. So effective immediately, all lawsuits have been dropped, and now here's this new partnership that is in place. And it's pretty crazy what all it's saying. Usually when a press release comes out, it's corporate, it's just jargon, it's whatever. But something stood out to me that is extremely interesting, and I wanted to bring that to your attention here today. Basically, what it's saying is, again, I won't give you the full details of the release, but here's a quote from Mikey Schulman, the CEO of Suno. It says, "We'll be rolling out new, more robust features for creation and opportunities to collaborate and interact with some of the most talented musicians in the world." So as part of this partnership, Warner artists will be able to opt in and let fans or creators use their voice, their likeness, and even their compositions inside Suno. Okay, let me say that in just plain English. If this rolls out the way that they're hinting out, the way that they're talking about here, in 2026, you could sit down in your studio and you could create a track featuring a Warner Music Group artist. So imagine writing and producing a track and then having Bruno Mars featured on it, or Dua Lipa, or Chris Martin from Coldplay. And we're not talking about the deep fake bootleg versions that are available online that are like kind of similar but kind of not. These are legitimate, fully licensed, fully legal, actual voices of these artists that you will have access to. This is wild. Now, there are obviously a lot of questions that have not been answered yet and won't be answered for some time. Not every artist is going to opt into this, and those that do opt in, it's still not clear how much control they're going to give for the use of their voice and so on and so forth. I'm assuming it's going to be a lot like what we saw and what we're starting to see with actors and voice actors, like Matthew McConaughey and Michael Caine, lending their voices to the AI community. They signed a partnership with 11 Labs where you can have them have their voices and many others narrate your next documentary or your short film or TV commercial.
My name is Michael Caine. I've played many roles in my life, both on and off the screen. But now, I've got a question for you. What makes a voice iconic?
Now, there is a caveat. Not everyone's going to be able to use it. The actors have to opt in, and then they have to approve the project that's getting requested to use their voice. So they can approve it and they can decline it. And I think we're going to see the exact same thing here in the music industry. I think you're going to see three different levels. Sort of the first top level, or maybe you want to call this the bottom level, where the artist says, "I'm not opting in. You cannot use my voice, my image, my likeness at all for any of your projects." So that's kind of the entry level, not going to happen. Level 2 would be simply, yes, we are opting in. So Chris Martin from Coldplay or Dua Lipa or Bruno Mars or go on and down the list. Yes, we are going to opt in. But once again, we have to approve, or our team has to approve what you can and can't do with it, what projects we're going to be a part of and what projects we're not going to be a part of. And then the third level is basically, yes, we're opting in. You can use us for whatever you want, obviously within reason. We're not going to go against anything that we don't agree with or stand for. So there'll be sort of like a surface level, like you can't use it on these certain projects. But for the most part, it's fair game. Now, my suspicion is that at least right now, or when this gets released in 2026, is that almost all the artists are going to say, nope, at least a lot of the big names, they're going to say, nope, I'm not opting in. You cannot use anything to do with me. But I think you will start to get some who get into that second level where they say, you know what, I'm interested in this. I see where this is going. The writing's on the wall. It's no different than the voice actors like Matthew McConaughey, Michael Caine saying, I know where this is going and I'm going to get out ahead of it and get my voice licensed and into the pipeline so that people can be using it all over the place. It's only going to build greater brand awareness and bring in more money for that particular actor or musical artist or whatever. So that's my suspicion, is that most, like I said, most bigger names will probably say, nope, not opting in. But then you will get a handful that say, yes, we are opting in on that second level and you can use my voice on a track, but it's going to have to be approved by my team. Now, whether we get any on that third level where it's like, go ahead, use it, maybe Cardi B, she's just like, whatever, I'll say anything, sing anything, do whatever you want. That remains to be seen whether or not that'll happen. But that's my suspicion on how that's going to roll out. So it's not like in 2026 where they roll this out, this new Suno model. It's not like you're going to be able to click, and say, yes, I want this artist on my track, and boom, you're good to go. There's going to be a lot more red tape than that. But the fact is that this is where we're going. It's already in writing. It's already in the works. That's pretty huge. Think about what this means for artists moving forward, trying to get noticed, and all of a sudden they write a really banger track and they want to use, again, I keep using Bruno Mars, but they use his voice on the track. His team approves it. Boom. That's pretty significant. That's pretty incredible that now all of a sudden you've got an A+ name on your track. Pretty interesting. That's kind of the biggest thing that I've seen from this alignment of the record label, Warner, and Suno. I think you're going to see other labels follow suit. My suspicion too is that Hollywood's going to do the same thing. They kind of already are, at least the independent artists are with their voices. I think you're going to see the same thing with images and with acting. And so not only would you be able to have a Matthew McConaughey or a Michael Caine narrate your film, you're probably eventually going to be able to have them star, or at least co-star or guest appearance in your indie film or your short or your fill in the blank. I think this really breaks the barrier to entry when it comes to sort of like basement creators. Obviously I'm kind of talking a little bit about, making films or making records. It's now open for anybody to do it. And I know a lot of comments in my last couple of videos are like, it's art being made by robots. And I don't agree with that whatsoever. Yes, there is art being made by AI completely. Again, my current stance on that is that it's not good. It's AI garbage. But when you combine the tools and the agility and the speed and efficiency of AI with the creativity and with the art making and storytelling that humans do so well, it's even weird that we're having to say humans, but that we do so well, that's where you get pretty incredible results at a level that never used to be attained. All of these things used to be kind of held ransom by massive corporations. This used to be something that was just never feasible. Even thinking of the evolution of recording. Back in the day, it used to be hundreds of thousands of dollars. I used to play in a band that had record budgets of $100,000, $200,000, $500,000. And I just go, that is not the case anymore. You can make a quality product for a fraction of the cost now, having access to tools like this. And then to level it up even that much more, having access to quote unquote A+ stars, musicians, bands, it's just going to get really interesting. And I think for those who are taking this seriously and taking advantage of using these tools, it's only going to get better. And I think the products that they create and that we create are going to be pretty out of this world. Okay, so my question to you is, when this gets rolled out and some of these Warner artists start opting in, what artists artist would you like to work with the most? And by say work with, I mean, have them featured on your track if you're creating in Suno. So put it in the comments what artists you would love to have featured on your track. And to all the haters out there, tell us what is on your mind, what's bothering you today, and perhaps I can address that in a future video. Until next time, I'm Jamie. We'll see you on the next one.